This is WILT week 16, or as I'm gonna call it, the Sweet 16. The Sweet 16 is usually a girl's coming of age 16. But for me, the Sweet 16 signifies me doing the wilts for 4 months straight. So as you can see, they're not at all alike, actually. I don't know why I said that. To be honest, I actually just needed an intro, so that's what I came up with. Can you believe that? That's what I came up with. I sat here thinking for a couple minutes, and that's what my mind produced. But I mean, it ate up like 20 or 30 seconds, right? I don't even have a watch on. I was checking nothing. I was checking nothing right there. I've pretty much said nothing at this point. The only useful thing I've said is that this is WILT week 16. And that's really all I needed to get through here. That's the point of my intro. At this point, I mean, I just need to roll the music. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So please roll the music. Isn't it like and then something, 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 gold rush, right? Could you just cue the music, please? Today is Monday, January 15th, and today I learned that I'm quite the handyman, especially when it comes to window blinds. So we're in our dorm room, just like any other dorm room, really. We have blinds in front of our window, but there's this one stubborn blind. Right here that always comes detached from up there. And because I'm a handyman, I'm gonna show you how to replace it. You just move it up there, you look at what the other ones are doing, and you slide it in there, and boom. It's good as new. You go over here to like pull them closer and watch. Look how perfect oh, wrong way. Look how perfect of a job I did. Look at that. Works like a charm. Maybe I'll just call someone to do it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Today is Tuesday, January 16th, and today I learned what expired milk tastes like. And oh boy, do you not want to know. It is pretty bad. So I had some milk from last week that I didn't quite finish, so I decided to just save it for this week because I figured that it was gonna expire in the middle of this week, probably like tomorrow or something. And turns out it actually expired on January 13th, which was this past Saturday. But I didn't have this useful information going into the milk, so I ended up drinking this expired milk, and it just tastes like watered down milk. The taste is whatever. What really gets you is the smell. The smell is just, it's so, how do I say this? It's just so there. Like, it's so present. Like, you know that something's up with this milk, but I still drank it for some reason. Actually, I think I still have it. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I still have it. Let's see what if it smells any worse. It probably smells terrible. I don't think my brain's ever done that before, but it's such a terrible smell. And when it hits your nose, it like stays there for a while. Like for the next 2 or 3 seconds, I think my nose like feels all burnt. Oh god. My nose just feels terrible right now. Jeez. But this has taught me that from now on I need to check my milk's expiration date before I drink it. And maybe even when it smells kind of funky, don't drink it. Terrible. God. Today I also learned about YouTube's new partnership program. And this has been on Twitter, this has been everywhere, on YouTube of course, and they've changed the requirements to being partnered on YouTube. Right now I am partnered on YouTube. The old requirement was just 10,000 total channel views and that was it. The new requirement is 1,000 subs and at least 4,000 hours watched in the past 12 months, or year. You know what 12 months or a year is. And this means this next month, on February 20th, I'm going to be losing my partnership because I don't meet those requirements. And to me this kind of sucks. I know I worked pretty hard to get those 10,000 views, but I mean, not that much is gonna change about my channel. I'm just not gonna make money pretty much. There are some people talking about like you'll lose features, and I think you will. I'm not sure what they are. I did check one because I was really worried about this, is custom thumbnails. Because if I can't do custom thumbnails, I can't put my surprise face in the corner like this. But I did some research and I found out to have custom thumbnails, all you have to do is have a verified channel, which anyone can do. I think all you do is just attach a phone number to your channel and it's verified. You can use custom thumbnails. So that's not really gonna affect me, but it does suck losing it. The analogy I have in my head is kind of like you go to school and there's an honor roll and a 3.6 GPA meets the honor roll and you work really hard to get the 3.6, and then when you get it, they're like, sorry, honor roll is actually 3.7. And so it is cool that now you have a 3.6, it's improvement, it's awesome. But it does suck that when you hit it, They changed the requirements so you're not on their honor roll anymore. So overall, it does feel sucky because you're losing something, but hopefully one day I'll be partnered with YouTube again, and until then, I'm just gonna keep making videos because it's a great time. Today is Wednesday, January 17th, and today I learned that UC Davis is opening a brand new hall, and it's gonna be called California Hall, and it's gonna be open in the spring of 2018, which means I'm gonna have to wait a little while before I actually see what it looks like. Today, as I was exiting my computer science discussion, I saw them doing a bunch of construction, and I saw a sign, and that's where I learned that they're making the California Hall. And in my opinion, they shouldn't name it California Hall, because think about it, California already has so much, and now we're just giving them their own hall. Like, they're pretty much the favorite child. They have 19 professional sports teams, they have Disneyland, they have San Francisco, they have Tahoe, well, half of Tahoe. They have to share it with Nevada, which is like the lesser favorite child. California was like the head of the varsity football team, got good grades, everyone liked him, and Nevada was cut from the golf team as a freshman, and they didn't cut anyone from that team except Nevada. So I propose they call it Nevada Hall. You gotta give Nevada something besides like the gambling half of Tahoe, because California already has everything. So I propose Nevada Hall, not California Hall. I'm just kidding, California Hall is a great name and I can't wait to see it fully functional. But I kind of think California's getting a pretty big head on its shoulders by now. 19 professional sports teams. That's insane. I had to look that up. I just knew they had a lot. But 19? That's one less than 20. Today is Thursday, January 18th, and today I learned that it sucks to have a sore throat in college. Now, I don't have a sore throat yet, but I do feel it coming. You know how you can definitely feel it's coming? And when you can feel a sore throat coming on, it's kind of like talking to a relative that remembers you, but you don't remember them, because the entire time it's uncomfortable, and eventually it'll either resolve itself or it's gonna get way worse at a point. But then you remind yourself that if you just give it enough time, the problem will go away. So yeah, you can see sore throats are exactly like talking to a relative that remembers you, but you don't remember them at all. By the way, to touch on that relative subject, that's just so hard. They see you and they're like, hey, I remember you from 5 years ago. It's like, what? How am I supposed to remember you? I mean, of course, you take it the normal way. You say, hey, haven't seen you since then, I guess, too. I don't remember. And you just have a normal conversation. Try not to bring up anything from the past, because that's where they'll really get you. Because then they'll be like, oh yeah, remember when you and I did that thing? And you're gonna be like, no, I don't know who you are. Today is Friday, January 19th, and today I learned that 8 a.m. classes for sure don't get better in the second week either. Last Friday I talked about how in the first week 8 a.m.s only get harder. Well, it goes into the second week too. The second week's extremely hard. It's actually so difficult that today I actually slept in and didn't go to my 8 a.m. Luckily I have a friend in the class and she was able to hook me up with the notes, but it's hard. I woke up this morning, I turned over and I looked at the clock and it read 8:13. And I was like, great, this is the beginning of the end. So yeah, that was WILT week 16, and this week's question is, does pineapple belong on pizza or not? I personally think it belongs on pizza, and for the sole fact that it tastes good when you eat it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, explain why. If you disagree, explain why you're wrong. And I'll see you next week for WILT week 17. Today is Thursday, January 17th. It's the 18th. How did I not? I read the calendar before I do this every time. How did I get that wrong? So I'm gonna create a checklist, and it's gonna have every day of the week on it. And every day before I do my WILT videos, make sure to check that box to make sure I close that closet. It's always open. I don't get it. How is it always open? Today's Tuesday, January 16th. Was that a question? What was that?